Multivitamins are one of the most popular health products in the world. In fact, about half of all American adults take supplements every single day, spending billions of dollars on pills that promise better health and longer life. And it makes sense. As we age, many of us worry about keeping our energy up, protecting our memory, and staying independent for as long as possible. A daily pill feels like an easy way to cover all the bases. For years, people have been told, "Take your vitamins and you'll stay healthy." But here's the surprising truth. Many supplements don't actually work the way people believe. Some don't even contain what the label says. Others can be harmful. This is what's known as the vitamin supplement scam, and knowing about it can help protect both your health and your wallet. Here's where the problem begins. Unlike prescription medicines, vitamins and supplements do not have to be proven safe or effective before being sold. According to the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, companies are responsible for testing their own products, and the FDA usually only steps in after a problem is reported. To put it another way, if this were a blood pressure pill or an antibiotic, it would need years of testing, multiple studies, and government approval before reaching the pharmacy shelf. But a supplement, it can go on sale tomorrow with almost no checks. This weak oversight goes back to a law passed in 1994, the Dietary Supplement Health and Education Act. It gave supplement makers wide freedom to make health claims with very little scrutiny. Critics have even described the FDA's response to problems as glacial, far too slow to protect consumers. And that's why so many bottles with big promises end up in the vitamin aisle without the kind of safety net most people assume is there. Another big problem is misleading advertising. The Federal Trade Commission warns that supplement companies often claim their products can stop arthritis pain forever, boost memory and prevent Alzheimer's, or help you lose weight fast. These messages sound appealing, especially for older adults dealing with joint pain, memory worries, or extra weight. It's easy to see why someone would want to believe there's a simple pill that could fix it all. But here's the truth. These promises are designed to prey on hope and fear. Hope that there's a quick cure, and fear of what might happen without it. Companies know that many people will buy out of desperation or wishful thinking. To make their ads look more convincing, they'll often use fake endorsements, phony medical seals, or so-called doctor-approved labels. They may even use scientific-sounding buzzwords to make their product look cutting edge. Yet no government agency reviews these ads before they reach the public. It's like the Wild West of marketing. Anything can be claimed, and the burden falls on consumers to figure out what's real. And it's not just the ads. Even the science that supposedly backs supplements isn't always trustworthy. Take the Sato affair, where nearly 300 nutrition papers from Japanese researchers were found to contain major flaws or outright fabrication. These studies once shaped how supplements were viewed, but they were based on data that wasn't real. Another case involved Zatola Assemi, an Iranian researcher who published a suspiciously large number of trials on supplements, many with results that seemed almost too good to be true. Experts now see these as clear warning signs of research fraud. So, what does this mean for everyday people? Imagine following a recipe where half the ingredients were made up. The end result wouldn't make sense. That's exactly what happens when scientific studies are falsified. The conclusions can't be trusted. And here's the concerning part. Some of these flawed studies were published in respected journals before being caught. If even experts and journals can be misled, it's easy to see how ordinary consumers end up confused and vulnerable. That's why it's so important to rely on well-established sources like Cochrane Reviews, JAMA, or Johns Hopkins Medicine, instead of miracle claims floating around in ads or small, poorly done studies. Even when supplements are real, they often don't deliver the big promises on the label. A major review published in JAMA found that multivitamins did not prevent heart disease or cancer in healthy adults. A Cochrane review confirmed that supplements provided little or no benefit in extending life or preventing disease. And Johns Hopkins researchers concluded that most people would be better off getting nutrients from food instead of pills. Think about what that means. Billions of dollars are being spent on pills that, for many people, may do nothing more than create expensive urine, a phrase some doctors use to describe vitamins that pass straight through the body without being absorbed. The bigger concern comes with high doses. For example, vitamin E supplements were linked to an increased risk of prostate cancer. Beta-carotene, once marketed as protective for the lungs, actually increased the risk of lung cancer in smokers. Vitamin D is another one. While small amounts are essential for bone health, megadoses, 5 to 10 times the recommended daily intake, can raise calcium levels dangerously high. This can lead to kidney stones, heart rhythm problems, and even increase the risk of cardiovascular disease. And then there's fish oil. Once promoted as the ultimate heart protective supplement, recent large-scale studies showed it does little to prevent heart attacks or strokes. To make matters worse, fish oil is highly prone to oxidation. Just like leaving fresh fish out on the counter, these oils can go rancid. When that happens, instead of reducing inflammation, they may actually increase it. The takeaway is simple. More doesn't always mean better when it comes to vitamins. Sometimes more can actually mean harm. If that weren't enough, there's also the problem of outright fraud. Some products on the market don't contain what they claim at all. Take Purity First B50 vitamins. They were found to be contaminated with anabolic steroids, which cause severe side effects, including women developing facial hair and men experiencing breast enlargement. Imagine trusting a basic vitamin only to find it laced with hormones. Another infamous case was OxyELITE Pro, a weight loss supplement linked to dozens of cases of severe liver damage and even deaths in Hawaii. Despite doctors raising alarms, regulators were slow to act. And it's not just rare cases. Investigations into herbal supplements revealed that many didn't contain the herb listed on the label. Instead, they were filled with cheap fillers like rice powder or other common plants. For a customer, that's not just a waste of money, it's being cheated outright. This highlights an uncomfortable reality. Just because something is sold in a bottle with a glossy label doesn't mean it's pure, effective, or even safe. Without strong oversight, there's no guarantee the product in your hand is what it claims to be. So, why do these problems keep happening? Well, it comes down to weak oversight and powerful lobbying. The supplement industry is worth billions of dollars every year. With that kind of money at stake, companies have a strong interest in keeping regulations as light as possible. In fact, lobbying campaigns in the 1990s helped ensure that supplements would not face the same strict approval process as prescription drugs. As a result, supplements operate in a marketplace with far looser rules. Advertising claims are not reviewed before they go public. Products don't need to be tested for safety before hitting the shelves. And there's no universal registry of supplement makers, which makes tracking them even harder. Consumer Reports put it bluntly: supplements are sold in a system that leaves the public exposed to products that may be ineffective, mislabeled, or unsafe. But don't worry, there are ways to be a smarter consumer. A few simple habits can make all the difference. First, look for third-party seals such as USP verified or NSF certified. These independent groups test supplements to confirm that what's on the label is really in the bottle. If a product has one of these seals, it's a much safer bet. Second, avoid products that use vague terms like proprietary blend. That often means the company is hiding how little of the key ingredients are actually inside. Third, be skeptical of miracle claims. If a bottle promises to cure arthritis overnight or boost memory instantly, that's a red flag. Real health improvements rarely happen that quickly. Fourth, stick with supplements that have strong scientific support. For example, vitamin D for bone health, vitamin B12 for older adults, and omega-3 fatty acids from trusted sources have solid evidence behind them. And finally, always check with a doctor or pharmacist before starting a new supplement. They can help you figure out if it's truly needed and make sure it won't interfere with your medications. Not all supplements are scams. Used properly, they can be life-saving, especially when treating deficiencies. For example, people with low vitamin B12 can feel dramatic improvements in energy and nerve health once the deficiency is corrected. If you take supplements now, don't feel guilty. Most of us have believed the marketing at some point. The important thing is knowing how to separate the useful from the wasteful, and the safe from the harmful. And remember, the best supplement is still food. Fresh vegetables, fruits, whole grains, and lean proteins give your body vitamins and minerals in their natural form, along with fiber and other nutrients pills can't provide. Supplements can fill in the gaps, but they should never replace a balanced diet. Now that you know the truth about the supplement industry, it's clear that not all products are created equal, and some can even be harmful. Have you ever taken a supplement that you later found out didn't really work, or one that actually helped you feel better? Share your experience in the comments below. Your story might help someone else in our community. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe to Healthy Natural Remedies, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our future videos on natural ways to stay strong and healthy. You can also check out our channel merch linked below. It's a great way to support us while sharing your love for natural health. And if you'd like to go a step further, you can use the Super Thanks button under this video. Every bit of support helps us continue making content that empowers you to take charge of your health.